This is a brief introduction on how to play the budgeting game. First, the scenario. You're going to take on the role of a college student with a part-time job. You'll be working a variable number of hours per week, so you'll have unexpected income and expenses. Your goals will be to improve your net worth, increase your credit score, and maintain a good quality of life. To do this, first thing you'll do is start the game. And as soon as you start the game, the first thing you'll be confronted with is several choices about how you're going to live your life. You'll choose the rent that you're going to pay, which means the number of roommates you'll have. You will choose your cell phone plan, your TV and internet plan, and what kind of groceries you're going to shop for each week. The choices you make for these options will have both a very large impact on your budget, but they'll also have a very large impact on your quality of life. There's a direct trade-off where choosing more expensive options will improve your quality of life, but will be harder to afford. Next, you'll need to start building your monthly budget. Every month of the game, you're going to be given how many hours you're going to be working at work. This will show you how much money you can expect to earn each month. You will have opportunities to earn extra income throughout the game by taking part in specific other actions. Next, you'll be confronted with your expenses to expect. This will be a list of all of the bills that you're going to need to pay this month, along with any liabilities you carry forward from the past. You'll be asked to estimate the amount of other variable expenses you'll be confronted with throughout the month. For the first month of the game, this might be a wild guess, but as you progress through the game, we'll show you how much you actually spent in previous months so you can make more educated decisions. Once you're aware of your upcoming expenses and income, you're going to be tasked with setting a savings goal. This is how much money you expect to be able to transfer to your savings account by the end of this month. We'll show you your expected cash inflow and outflow, and we'll also show you what your expected surplus or shortfall will be. You really should be trying to save at least 10% of your income each month. We'll show you a difficulty gauge on the right side of the page on how hard this will be, depending on what your expected surplus or shortfall will be. Once you've set your savings goal, you can start progressing through the game. You'll be taken to the calendar screen, and to move through each month, you'll roll the dice on the bottom right side of each page. Each number on the dice corresponds to half a day of the game, so a 6 dice roll will move you forward 3 full days of the game. As you progress, you'll be confronted with several life events, the most common of which is an unexpected expense, which you'll need to pay for. For most expenses, you'll have a choice between 2 options, but then you'll also choose how you're going to pay for it, using your debit card, which removes money from your checking account, or using your credit card, which takes out a loan that you'll need to later pay back. As you progress through the month, you'll also be facing several bills for all of your fixed expenses. This includes your rent bill, your cell phone bill, your car payment, your insurance payment, and several other bills. For each bill, you have the choice whether to pay it with your debit card or credit card, but if you don't have enough money to pay it right away, you'll also have the option to make a partial payment or put the bill off for later. Every bill is due 1 week after it has been issued. If you do not fully pay off the bill by the due date, you'll be assessed with a 10% late fee. You also have the credit card that you can manage throughout the game. Your credit card has a credit limit, and you can use your credit card for purchases up to that limit. In order to improve your game's credit score, which is one of your main objectives, you'll need to use your credit card at least once, and you'll need to make payments to your credit card to ensure that you don't experience any late fees and you don't have to pay any interest. Your credit card bill will be issued on the 19th of each month and will be due by the 26th. If you don't pay off your credit card fully on time, you'll be assessed with a late fee of $25 and you'll pay 20% annualized interest rate, which works out to 0.5% interest per day. Other events that will come up during the game include how you choose to spend your weekends, which you can use between working extra hours at your job for more income, spending time with your friends to improve your quality of life, taking care of household chores, or studying for your university classes. Choosing one option too often at the detriment of the others can have serious penalties on how the game plays out. Throughout the game, you'll also have special lesson cards that pop up. These have tutorials talking more about personal finance, good best practices, and how you can actually interact with the game. For these, you'll have to read each lesson and answer a challenge question in order to progress. Successful players will only spend money where they see value. You definitely will need to spend some money on some luxuries in order to improve your quality of life, but overspending will mean you will not be able to meet your savings goals. Successful players will also use their credit card responsibly. You will need to definitely make some credit card purchases, otherwise you'll have no way to improve your credit score. However, you need to make sure that you're able to regularly pay off your credit card balance in order to avoid paying unnecessary interest. Successful players will also be able to set realistic savings goals that they can always meet. It's better to set a low savings goal that you know you'll be able to meet than set a high savings goal that you'll miss. You will get the best points throughout the game if you're able to consistently set a 10% or higher savings goal that you always are able to meet by the end of the month. And finally, the best players will also be able to set up an emergency fund. You'll earn bonus points in the game when you're able to transfer up to $500 to your savings account, and even more points if you can save over $1,000 to your savings account. Good luck!